Well, here we are again in front of another Toyota Landcruiser that I may have bought sight unseen, paid entirely way too much money, and got the award for the worst truck I've ever bought. And I've been buying these trucks for several years now, and when I tell you that, that just means that the frame broken in two, ratchet strapped back together, homebrew fixing with some riveted panels, and then rattle canning with some dollar store paint cans. And not to mention the engine bay over here, it's got some upgrades done by the homebrew guy that used to own this truck. But you know, for people like me, I'm just happy that I have another Toyota Landcruiser. Nope. Why did I even buy it? Well, let's just take a moment and drink down an ice cold glass of water, you know? Think about the glass half full, not half empty. So over here we have a lot of body panels that have been riveted on, just expertise. We have a little bit of a dent here from the door that probably swung open too far because it's missing the strap that goes here that makes sure that it doesn't swing open when the wind catches it. It's got the upgraded trim here that is not factory Toyota to kind of match the factory Toyota. I mean, we could have done a little bit more blending, but we just decided screws were gonna be the best move for that. Over here we have a very good expertise of aluminum cutting and screws with a little bit more riveting in it, which is really nice until we get back here at the quarter panel. They just didn't really finish out the line. I don't know what was happening there, but it was close. C- for effort. Back here, the tailgate, still just same condition as the rest of the vehicle. Toyota emblem, actually in really nice shape. That could actually be used at some point. Then we have the sticker that is really just a saver of everything. Rusty Jones car saver system. I'm not really sure what Rusty Jones does, but it didn't save this vehicle. Then we have the classic wood screw fix for the Landcruiser emblem. Not sure why that's like that, but that piece is worth absolutely nothing now. We have different style rims on the truck, not to mention in the interior here, you know, the rear view mirror, it's in really good shape there. Not even sure if it'll come off. The interior is actually B-. It's very complete, clean. Seat's been somewhat fixed-ish, but complete. So we're not gonna hate on the interior any more than that. Now we're moving on to the engine bay, is where I just hope good things are happening. We have the upgraded Weber carburetor, which can't hate on that. All of the block-off valves here are, as you would expect, different. We have the small grill cut out and then kindly welded, which is nice to see that we're not gonna have any leaks from the exhaust. We then have a double battery setup, which is done again in the riveted fashion here with a aluminum hold down. Very good. We have the original over here. Good to see. I'm not really sure what's going over here, but we have several fuel filters in line with an electric fuel pump attached to the mechanical fuel pump, which I can't see because the overflow canister for the radiator is again riveted in. I guess they just didn't learn how to weld. We're gonna see if we can turn this motor over because I just slightly have faith that it actually might run. I only know that because we did go ahead and check the coolant. Oh, full. Actually slightly over full, which tells me that radiator's not leaking. And then we're checking the oil. Very just full there with water and oily concoction. So we're just gonna pray that the motor is not locked up, because that would just really hinder the value of this vehicle moving forward. I think we have officially accomplished the drinking the glass down and agreeing that the glass is half full here in this new 1985 Landcruiser that I've blessed myself with in 2024. Can we get vital signs? It's all I frickin' want to know. Do we have vital signs? Ooh, sounds like the fuel pump's working. It's awfully cold out here. I was hoping it was gonna burn down. I need a bonfire for night. All right, let's go turn the key, see if we have any crankage. You know, pray the motor's not locked up. Motor spins freely. It's amazing. Some starting fluid, that's a good idea. Now mind you, everyone, this truck hasn't cranked over in God knows when was the last time. I'm just gonna crank on the key and see what she does. You know what I mean? Truck fired right up. I mean, that's testament to a Toyota Landcruiser with 215,000 miles. That looks like it's hit everything but the watery. If I didn't see that thing just crank over, I tell you, you were lying. I think it would have been way more productive to jump this thing off a cliff, bridge, boat, or drive it into the ocean than bet you that this thing was gonna run. But it did, so we're gonna do the next best thing and continue on seeing if she'll do anything else like move. But it's not possible because the back tire's locked up. All right, we got our jar of happy juice there. We've got a battery that's way too small for cranking this vehicle. Some starting fluid. My hope is that maybe it idle. If it idles, I'm buying a lottery ticket. I think that fuel pump might be doing some interesting things going through those fuel filters to go straight to mechanical fuel pump and see what happens because it's still installed. It could probably be bad. Well, it's running on gas, but it's also overflowing because the float's stuck. Good to know. I pulled the carburetor apart, checked the float, worked the float a little bit, and she's idling. That's pretty unbelievable. Well, now that painless procedure of getting this truck running and not to mention idling is taken care of, we're gonna try to move this thing. A fella wasn't kidding. The back passenger side tire is completely locked up. If you couldn't tell by the way the tow truck driver had to jerk this thing off the flatbed. Doing the next best thing. We're gonna put it in 4-wheel drive and see if we can muscle this old girl somewhere. That's right, a little bit of 4-wheel drive in this old girl, and she actually moved. That's pretty miraculous. I wouldn't have put $1 million, let alone a penny, that this truck would have gone anywhere. I'm surprised every day. You learn new things. Well, I gotta say that I'm thoroughly impressed with this 85 FJ60 and quite honestly mind-boggled that it started, idled, and then drove to the location she is sitting right now. Unfortunately, she is the perfect candidate to be part of that, and that's what's gonna be happening to her in the upcoming weeks. So if there was something that you saw in the video that you need for your very own project to get it off the operating table and back on the road, please reach out to us and we'll do our very best to get that part out to you. I do want to turn everybody's attention also to the beautiful tan truck behind me, which you might recognize from the channel. She is coming back online in the next couple weeks, so make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you know when that video is dropped and she's ready to go back in the wild. As well as we have a lot of stuff planned for 2024, so make sure that you're ready for all that stuff by subscribing, liking, and sharing these videos. Cheers, Happy New Year, and we'll see you on the next video.